Hello guys, welcome to Omocha Reviews, and today we're going to do a review on the HMM Berserk Fury Repackage. So I got this kit in Japan February this year, and I couldn't be any happier when I assembled it. It looks amazing, and it's my favorite HMM kit to date, and I think one of the strongest, if not the best, HMM kit objectively out there. So I'm showing you guys here first the manual of the kit, standard manual. When you flip it over, you can see a naked Berserk Fury over there, and I'll discuss that more on that later. But yeah, very cool feature, and then as you can see, the steps are very easy. Not a lot of steps in assembling this kit. So now let's talk about the kit itself. As you can see, the plastic quality of this is just amazing. I think the plastic quality that Kotobukiya gave the Fury is one of the best, if not the best, plastic quality kits out there. It just feels different compared to the Blade Liger when you touch it, and the mold, how the plastic is molded, particularly the armor and the claws, as you can see there, the teeth. I mean, it's just stunning, and the design translates well to the Berserk Fury kit itself. Now, for the next part, I want to discuss about what are the differences between the repackage from the original, and one of the first are these things right here. This is what they called storage mode. So basically, Kotobukiya added those two small parts by the pincers, or the blades, and they basically lock the blades in place, and they call it storage mode because basically the Berserk Fury goes into storage mode where, you know, the Zoid is not in action and it's in a hangar or something. So they just gave you this cool piece right here. As you can see, it's quite intricate actually, and it fits perfectly with the blades, but you know, it's not a big change at all. Now next, as you can see, the tail and the legs here, I'm gonna tap this a bit, and as you can see, I'm applying a decent amount of pressure on it, and as you can see, the tail is very tight. It doesn't show any imbalance or anything like that, and I think from the previous model that was an issue. The tail was a little loose, and the legs were not as good as they are now. As you can see, the legs have three sort of segments, which makes them really good to articulate and actually really fun to build. They're very tight, and they're very yeah, they're basically well installed right there, and they don't give any balancing problems, nor do they give any loose connections as well. Next, the repackaged version also improved the charged particle gun. As you can see here, this gun, the tip of the gun here, is actually a separate part from the entire casing right there, and it's actually really fun when you build this. It's a lot more complex than the previous models, particularly the Geno Soarer. It really feels and acts like a gun. And then as you can see, the cockpit's there, very cool. It's protected by that armor. And yeah, for me, it's a lot better than the previous charged particle guns. Now for the next part, I mentioned the Naked Fury a while ago, the stripped down version here. Yeah, according to Kotobukiya, this model kit right here gives you a better time in removing all these armors from the Fury. So if you want to pose, or I don't know, show off the Fury without all its armor, which how it debuted in the anime, then it's a lot easier with the repackaged version if you're into that. But I'm not gonna show you guys here because my experience tells me to, once you've assembled an HMM kit, it's best to not remove its parts, or else it might break one way or the other. Now, as you can see guys here, I'm now articulating the Zoid. I'm starting with the tail. I'm opening it up. As you can see, it opens up exactly how the Geno brothers open up the Soarer and the Breaker. There's a little bit of a metal pincer. It's not metal, but it's plastic. But yeah, really cool that there's a pincer there by the end of the tail. And this is how it opens up. And then now for the next part, I'm gonna open up the boosters here by the legs. Now these boosters are a little loose. Not enough to make a problem, but yeah, they are a bit loose compared to the other parts. And of course, these foot locks right here, they go down. Look at the plastic. It's just, the gray plastic is just really good, especially by the feet. And then I'm just gonna for the arms here, T-Rex arms, basically inspired from a T-Rex. You see what you see is what you get. There are ball joints there, so you can rotate them 360 degrees. I'm gonna pose them just like how a T-Rex, or how the Fury showed in the anime actually. And then finally, the meat of the articulation, the pincers right here. If I'm not mistaken, these guys are called the Buster Claws, which are obviously not part of the Berserk Fury, but part of its CAS, because the Fury changes a bit in armor. And I'm opening the boosters right here as well. As you can see, the boosters, if you can see those little spikes right here, really cool touch right there. And the best thing is they're actually one part, so you just pop them in and they give that awesome touch. And then back to the backpack, or the Buster Claws. As you can see, I'm gonna show how this thing articulates fully. And that the very first thing right here, as you can see, I lifted it up. You can lift it up like that. And next, I'll show how this thing deploys completely. So as you can see, these parts right here, the ones I'm pointing at, they are separate parts individually. So 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 segments there that gives the ability to deploy this and extend the Buster Claws fully. So as you can see, I'm lifting this first part out, and then from there, I'm going to put this down. As you can see there, right there. So it's down now. So this way, it extends completely away from the body. So I'm just gonna lift this up right here. And yeah, this is basically how it looks like when you deploy the Buster Claws correctly. So you can lift it up. This can be confusing at first because of those black parts that are connecting the body to the Buster Claws. They can be a little loose and a little bit fragile. So you might turn out like me, who was at first scared in articulating it because the plastic might crack. So yeah, if there's one flaw about this kit, it's probably that. The fact that the plastic of the black parts are a little fragile. But still, it paved way to great articulation. Just have to be careful, and you just have to be informed on how to articulate it. So as you can see, the claws here, they extend obviously, and then they can also bend like that, so you can articulate the Fury's blades for it to mimic a crushing motion, or a pincer basically. Try to articulate it like a pincer. Because in the anime, the Buster Claws have many purposes. They can be used like this to crush opponents. They can be used as a drill, which is basically a closed version of this. And the Fury can also use this as a shield. But the most iconic or most potent part of the Buster Claws is this one right here. When the Fury is doing this, it means it's gonna fire 3 charged particle guns at once, 1 from its mouth and 2 from the small guns in the middle of those Buster Claws. So look at them, they just look amazing like this. This is how the Fury posed when it was about to fire away and obliterate Blitzcloud's Liger Zero Panzer. That was really brutal. But of course, Blitzcloud, the main protagonist, got away with it because there was a judge capsule falling from the sky, and so the Fury had to fire at that and obliterate the debris before they get crushed. And then as you can see, another minor articulation here, you can rotate that a bit because in the anime, yeah, this rotates as well. Okay, I think in the anime that's how it deploys its shield. It basically rotates the pincers a bit. And finally, I'm gonna show just how to articulate the gun. It's very simple. You can extend the mouth very wide, actually wider than the other models like the Geno Soarer and Geno Breaker. But yeah, this is how the Fury look like. Look at this, you can see the articulations are not a lot, but they're they look very great. And yeah, for me, this is a 10 out of 10 kit, honestly. I mean, besides the black parts of the Buster Claw, which can be a little fragile, the repackaged version of the Berserk Fury basically corrected all of the minor issues from the previous model, making it a stellar HMM kit that I would recommend to anybody. Now, for the next part of this review, I'm gonna show the entire Blitz team and how it looks in comparison to the Berserk Fury. So the first is Gun Sniper Lina, being the first to deal with the wrath of the Berserk Fury. And as you can see, I'm putting the others as well. Shadow Fox, Liger Zero, and yeah, look at how massive the Berserk Fury is. It looks like it can take out these guys by itself, which I'm pretty sure it can. It's just that it's not the protagonist; it's the antagonist of the series. Yeah, so one by one, here's again the Gun Sniper Lina. As you can see, it's very small, but the sizes are accurate. And then next will be the Shadow Fox of Brad. There we go. So it's a fox, obviously really small compared to the Fury. And then lastly, not last but definitely not the least, I have other Liger Zeros that I could show, but I'm gonna show the plain one because why not? This is as iconic as it can get for a rivalry. The Liger Zero versus the Berserk Fury. There we go. Absolutely stunning together. And I'm really happy that my New Century Zero Zoids collection is almost complete. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Expect more Zoids content coming soon. Not just HMM kits, but also reviews of the anime and other commentaries that are all about Zoids. So again, thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to Omocha Reviews. Thanks everybody, and till next time. Goodbye.